Good morning, everybody. Last time we have to explain resistance in series, resistance in parallel, then Ohm's law, band energy. In band energy, conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. And its example and simple diagram. Now, today I explain semiconductor. So, last time we have to explain semiconductor. In semiconductor, there are few electrons and very small forbidden energy gap in between conduction band and valency band. The gap between conduction band and valency band is 1 electron volts, which is very small as compared to the insulator. In the semiconductor, the fabricated material are called semiconductor, and their conductivity or conductivity of semiconductor lies between metal and insulator. The most electronic devices are fabricated by using semiconducting materials along with the conductors and insulator. This semiconductor are neither conductor or nor insulator. In the semiconductor, conduction increases to increase the temperature. These semiconductor are two types. That is number one, intrinsic semiconductor. Second, extrinsic semiconductor. So first we explain intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic means pure semiconductor. So intrinsic semiconductor is a pure semiconductor and it is very poor conductor at room temperature. This intrinsic semiconductor is an insulator. For example, silicon and germanium. This intrinsic semiconductor increase in temperature or application of increased voltage does not increase their conductivity. Therefore, the intrinsic semiconductor are not practically used for manufacturing of devices or components. So, this is the simple explanation of intrinsic semiconductor, and this is the symbol cubic structure diagram. Here is we have to use in the intrinsic semiconductor silicon. Silicon and germanium is very important example of intrinsic semiconductor. Here is this is the valency hole, conduction electrons, valence electrons, and this shows the covalent bonds. This each atom contains 4 valence electrons. Then second, extrinsic semiconductor. Before extrinsic semiconductor, I explain effect of temperature on intrinsic semiconductor. So first effect on the intrinsic semiconductor of temperature. Temperature of semiconductor increases to increase the conductivity of intrinsic semiconductor. Temperature of semiconductor increases to increase the conductivity. Second, temperature of the semiconductor increases, its resistance decreases. Temperature of the semiconductor increases, to decrease the resistance. Third, it is a negative temperature coefficient of resistance. It is a negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Fourth, they becomes free for conduction. These electrons are called conduction electrons, keeping your mind. They becomes free for conduction. These electrons are called conduction electrons. And last effect, the number of free electrons generated due to increase the temperature. The number of free electrons generated due to the increase the temperature. So here in the intrinsic semiconductor, again I revise the effect of temperature on the intrinsic semiconductor. Number one, temperature of the semiconductor increases to increase the conductivity. Second, temperature of the semiconductor increases, its resistance decreases, or temperature of the semiconductor increases to decrease the resistance. Third, it is negative temperature coefficient. It is negative temperature coefficient. Next, they become free for conduction. They become free for conduction. These electrons are called conduction electrons. And last effect, number of free electrons generated due to increase the temperature. And these all parameters depend on this cubic structure. Some of the unique qualities of the silicon and germanium are used in the intrinsic semiconductor. The atoms of both these material form a very definite pattern which is periodic in nature, and this complete pattern is called crystal. This crystal depends on pattern or its group. The silicon and germanium, the crystal has three-dimensional diamond shape. Silicon and germanium or the crystal has a three-dimensional diamond shape and is shown in this cubical diagram or crystal diagram. Here in this structure, one or four valence electrons in each atom, one or four valence electrons in each atom form a bond with a valence electron from the adjoining atom as shown in this diagram. This bond is nothing but sharing of electrons. These bonds are known as covalent bond. This is the covalent bonds, keeping your mind. These covalent bonds result in the stronger bond between the valence electrons and their pattern atom. In each covalent bond, both the electrons involved are shared by both the pattern atom. So this silicon atom occurs or shared four neighboring electrons, keeping your mind. Now extrinsic semiconductor. In case of extrinsic semiconductor, or this extrinsic semiconductor is impure semiconductor. This is important. Extrinsic semiconductor or impure semiconductor. In extrinsic semiconductor, impurity is not other material. The process of adding impurity is called doping. in extrinsic semiconductor. This semiconductor is impure semiconductor, and the impure semiconductor adding in the pure semiconductor. So this adding process is called doping. Due to doping, conductivity of the semiconductor increases. Because doping, conductivity of semiconductor increases. Impurity added in the pure semiconductor is called doping, or the process of adding impurity is called doping. As shown in crystal diagram, in case of extrinsic semiconductor, the conductivity of semiconductors increases. These extrinsic semiconductor have a better conductivity than the intrinsic semiconductor. The extrinsic semiconductor have better conductivity than intrinsic semiconductor, and therefore this extrinsic semiconductor material used in manufacturing of all types of electronics components, devices, and so on. Why it is possible? Why extrinsic semiconductor used in manufacturing devices? So this extrinsic semiconductor have a better conductivity, and therefore this extrinsic semiconductor are used to manufacturing of all electronics components or devices. For example, diodes, transistor, capacitor, and so on. So, in case of extrinsic semiconductor, this is very better material as compared to the extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor. So here, intrinsic semiconductor is pure semiconductor, and extrinsic semiconductor or impure semiconductor. In extrinsic semiconductor, silicon or germanium with some external material added to them. Extrinsic semiconductor are obtained from intrinsic semiconductor by means of process called as doping. Already I will explain this process doping. The adding process or impure material and pure material mixed to each other, that is called doping. This extrinsic semiconductor is donor impurity. This extrinsic semiconductor are two types, or example of extrinsic semiconductor is N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. This is the simple example of extrinsic semiconductor, N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. This is the crystal diagram, but this diagram only you have to explain, or I explain this, but this is not very important for your examination. Here is important is extrinsic semiconductor is impure semiconductor, example N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor have better conductivity than intrinsic semiconductor. So, student, I stop here today. Thank you very much.